In the relentless pursuit of perfection in gaming, the line between pure skill and cheating has blurred. Programs that see through walls, macros that eliminate weapon recoil with a single click. Technology has become an extension of the player, a shortcut to glory. But what if this pursuit were taken to a level never seen before? What if cheating wasn't a line of code, but a physical command? A machine that forces your body to become a gaming prodigy. This is the story of a man who transformed his own nervous system into a controller, willing to electrocute himself in the name of victory. His name is basically homeless, and what he did may forever change your perception of what it means to cheat. Aimbots. The word alone carries a weight of controversy and dishonesty. They are the nightmare of any player who prides themselves on skill. But what you are about to see goes far beyond any common definition. It's not a background running code. It's not a file injecting commands into a game. Basically Homeless's project is a device that converts electrical impulses into perfect headshots.
To understand the madness behind this project, we need to start from the beginning. As a brilliant engineer, Basically Homeless knew that in a competitive setting, the margin for error was non-existent. He needed superhuman precision, something that years of training alone could not guarantee. While most people would look for a digital solution, he turned to biology. His mind questioned the basis of movement. What moves my arm to aim and shoot? Electrical signals, sent from my brain to my muscles. Then the insane, yet frighteningly logical idea emerged. What if he could hack this communication? What if he could create a machine that sent these electrical signals directly to his muscles, forcing them to move for the perfect shot without the mediation of the brain? He would build what he called an external muscle controller, a machine connected to his arm that would become the aim. It was the perfect fusion of hardware, software, and human anatomy. A project that seemed like it came from a science fiction lab, yet it was being built in his own home.
The theory was simple, but the practice was a nightmare. The first obstacle was latency. To work, the image recognition software had to respond almost instantly. Enemy detection and command delivery had to be immediate, or the machine would be useless. Next came mapping. He had to find the exact points on his arm where the electrodes would have the greatest impact without causing harm. The wrong spot would produce ineffective shocks. The right spot could trigger such violent muscle contractions that the mouse could fly off the desk. But the greatest challenge of all was the price of perfection: pain. With every shot, every precise flick, he received a jolt. Not a severe electrocution, but enough to create abrupt, painful muscle contractions. He had to get used to the pain, make it part of the process. He even had to program the machine to distinguish enemies from allies. After all, the last thing you want is to be shocked for shooting your own teammate. After weeks of adjustments, pain, and failure, something incredible happened. The machine finally began to work. Movements became smoother, more precise. The shocks, though still present, seemed part of the process, like a pulse of energy. Basically Homeless was becoming a living weapon. It was the apex of his creation. The machine didn't miss. His flex were too fast to be human. It was as if he had an aimbot, but the proof was there for everyone to see. The trembling arm, the face contorted from the shock. The aim moved toward the enemy mechanically, inhumanly. Spectators were stunned. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. Comments on his videos exploded. Millions of people debated the same question. The internet was divided. On one side, purists of fair play argued that yes, it was cheating. He was using an unfair advantage beyond human skill. He wasn't playing, he was being controlled. On the other side, most viewers, fascinated by the ingenuity and audacity of the project, argued it wasn't. They claimed it was a form of innovation,
After all, he was using his own body as a tool. The machine merely amplified his abilities, just like a high-sensitivity gaming mouse or a high refresh rate monitor. In the end, he had to endure the pain and risk to achieve that victory. Victory was earned, but at a physical and mental cost. The story, however, doesn't end with him dominating the game leaderboards. The ultimate goal of the project was much greater, to make a point, to show how far the obsession with victory can push us. He didn't use the machine to compete professionally, but as an experiment, a statement on human nature and our relentless pursuit of control and perfection. He forced us to ask, if victory is all that matters, how far are we willing to go to achieve it? Basically, Homeless proved that with the right engineering, we can surpass our biological limits. He built a machine that forces perfection, and in the end, he left us with the most powerful reflection of all. The line between skill and cheating is increasingly subtle, and he made it tremble with electricity. What he created was not just a technical experiment, it was a provocative work of art that challenged the rules of the game and humanity itself.